So we fix the tuning with our bass, or certainly we've improved it by going to the editor and choosing automatic tuning, but the rhythm is still a little bit off. And I'll show you what I mean. Let me solo the bass and the shaker. Hear how the first beat of each measure seems to be a little bit late? Well, we can zoom in and see exactly what's going on here. If we scroll back to the beginning of the waveform, you can see there's a little something happening before the note actually hits. And we want that note to hit hard on the beat. Otherwise, it's going to seem like it's late. We could chop this first part off, but then our loop would be less than a full bar, and we wouldn't want to loop that. So we're going to use the flex tool, which is the cursor that you see when you're at the top half of the waveform. It will align to whatever grid you have in place, and you just click and create a flex marker that you can then drag. And we'll drag it to the left, and we'll shrink that first part of the waveform. And we still have a full bar loop, but we chopped off the beginning of that loop. It's like magic. We can put flex pointers wherever we want. Let's go over a little bit, and we'll just put another one in somewhere. Sounds like we're a little bit late at the end. Let's fool around with this. I'll put a pointer here and create a little space there. I'm not sure I like the way that sounds. So we can easily press Command-Z and undo that. So the flex markers can align directly to your grid. You can turn the grid off and put them anywhere. But let's say we want to make sure it hits a 16th note. Now I can only put flex markers on 16th notes. So let's see if we can't line up that third beat a little bit better. I'll actually go down to 64ths, and we'll click right before the third beat and drag it over 1/64th. Sounds pretty good. Let's see how it sounds with our shaker. Now you can use the flex tool to fix your rhythms, as I'm doing here. And by the way, if you ever want to get rid of one of your flex markers, there's a little X above the marker that you can just click and get rid of it. So it's a great way of tightening up your rhythms. But you can also use it for creative purposes. Let me show you a quick example of that. I have a very simple clavinet part. It's just hitting on the beat. And we'll drag that in. And we'll go into our editor and add some flex pointers and just make a new rhythm. We already know we're going to have to lower the pitch by a semitone to fit in with our bass loop, that problematic bass loop. And I'll just put some flex markers in and drag some things around, essentially making a new rhythm. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We'll just put in some random markers. Let's see what happens. Drag it here. I can always undo these markers. Put one there. I can actually put it in the middle of a segment of the wave and drag only part of it over, stretch out the whole waveform. All kinds of things you can do. So let's see what this sounds like with everything. So remember, to use the flex tool, you have to be in that top area of the wave. In the bottom, it's a cross, so you want to be at the top. And you can put in as many markers as you want. If you want to get rid of them, there's a little X above. You just click, and away it goes, and the waveform will return to normal. And that's a little bit about the flex tool.